Oh, yeah. Hey, everybody. Today I'm going to be going through chapter G7, Let Go of Being Stupid and Gain Wisdom to Change Your Future. 70 chapters, each divided by color on the Roy G. Biv spectrum. This is G7. G is the spirit of strategy. Each of these chapters, each of these sections, I should say, is created by the Ruach HaKodesh, the Holy Spirit in the Bible, the 7 candlestands, the 7 spirits of God. Green is the spirit of strategy or counsel, the mind to do the mission. Many have laid plans to do this or that, but without follow-through, they lose. They can have the best architect draw the best plans, but if there's no workers, the site remains uninhabited. Getting greater goals is the feel of the importance of this. It's not about donating to charity, it's about the law of sowing and reaping. What farmer builds a silo if he doesn't have any produce? Who opens a bank account with a zero balance? To do the thing, you have to know you will do the thing and be able to do the thing. It's the mission. G7. Tomorrow comes tomorrow. This chapter primarily deals with green and blue and yellow, but mostly green. Tomorrow comes tomorrow. That's one of the largest lies everyone buys in their heart. I'll have time to think about that later. No, stop it. You can't save more later. You can't prepare later. When later comes, it's too late because it's later. Time isn't money, but you can buy time with money. That's why you need to work hard on getting ready for tomorrow now. I look at my lovely wife and tell her that I'm going to steal from her. I'm going to cheat on her. Of course, her eyebrows and forehead say it before she does. Oh? I tell her that I'm stealing from her now and giving to an old lady. That old lady is her. With hands on her hips, she raises her voice and gives me an even louder oh? The old lady is her future self. She laughs and finally understands what I mean. Oh, I love my wife. I'll take care of her later, along with myself. When David, in the Bible, was on the run from Saul, running for his life, he hid with the enemy. He hid with the enemy. That's my cat meowing, if you can hear it. He took care of the now, but that didn't mean he ate seed corn. Never eat your seed corn. No, he planted the seeds and waited for the harvest. He had enough to make the little bulb prosper and grow, and even the king of the Philistines said he found no fault with him. He did what he needed to do in the present to prepare for the future. But he never knew how Saul got. How Saul got. I need to rephrase that. That's kind of janky. He didn't help Saul meet his demise. No, he didn't. Though he was ready to defend his purpose that he immediately gotten. You reap what you sow. Don't be deceived. Yah is not a liar and will not be mocked. Literally, you get what you give. Whatever you give, that is what you get. Let go of eating your tomorrow's harvest. Let go of devouring tomorrow for the sake of today. Tomorrow is Yah's problem. How many of you, if you worry enough, can add a single day to your life? In the 1980s, there was this really neat place called the bank. Temperance, come here, baby. Sorry, my youngest cat. She likes to scream when someone leaves the house. In the 1980s, there were these neat places called banks. They were wonderful worlds where you could open a savings account, and then they would give you 20 cents on the dollar. If you're old enough to remember that. If you needed to transfer your savings to another bank, you would get a counter check. Physically travel to a new bank and give them your counter check. It would take days for the check to clear, or sometimes just a phone call, and then the money would be at the new bank. God's banks are easier than human banks. There's over a bajillion of them, and they're owned by the same owner, and they are everywhere. God has a currency that's larger than crypto and better than gold. It's more impactful than any fiat and gives better returns than any treasury note. It never suffers deflation, disinflation, or inflation and always yields positively. The currency of God never transfers or needs approval by any manager or any clerk. They never need to be signed or co-signed. There's no counterparty risk when you buy in and are embracing God's currency. You always achieve cash flow. God's currency is always giving a high yield appreciation and high returns. The cash and cash returns glory for God's currency is splendid. The interest rate's variable. The returns are always somewhere between 3,900% to 9,900%. God's money spins the world over. Typically, there are no laws against God's money, and there shouldn't even be laws against God's money, but sometimes countries and jurisdictions make laws about it. And oh my, they always find out the returns on going against God's money hurt them in the long run. Earthly trouble and ruin always follow a society bent on destruction of God's money. The clown named Mr. Twister was a force of good in the city of Santa Cruz, California, in the mid-1990s. He would violate the law, running around putting money in parking meters for people. Meter feeding was a misdemeanor in the city, and he got in trouble several times for donning his red nose and going around with a bag full of quarters, giving people free parking. In Santa Cruz, it was against the law to help people by paying for their parking. This is my other cat toaster appliance right here. He's a good boy. He's like a potato. The other one downstairs is Temperance. Temperance! Temperance! Come here, baby. Here she comes. At least she stopped screaming. Today, Santa Cruz is one of the worst places to live in the whole world. Homelessness has driven the cost of affordable housing through the roof. Trash trucks cannot run because of all the homelessness littering the streets. People are everywhere. Road construction and repair have had to stop because crews cannot repair potholes. The city is a mess. Did Mr. Twister cause this debacle? No. Was the law against goodness the cause? Not directly. But when one is punished for doing good deeds, the one inflicting the punishment is the true villain. When a society places laws against love, the society suffers. Again, I'm not saying that Santa Cruz is suffering because they persecuted clowns. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that spiritual reciprocity works. The law of sowing and reaping. What you plant, you harvest. God's money is love. It's measured by the drop, by the cup, by the bucket, by the oceanful. Give, and it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. The law of money is amazing. The interest of $love is the best interest ever. Best. I'm not sure about the amount, but I've bought food for the homeless. I'm not virtue signaling or humble bragging or anything, but I'm just saying I've done it before when the need arose. I've done good things for people without the need for repayment. I've sown love into their hearts and minds of people all over the world. There's my kitty. Some of the most wonderful feelings I've ever had were blessing people that I knew needed to be blessed. I remember dropping groceries off at a friend's door who was a single mother and telling her that I did it, and it freaked us out later. I swore her to secrecy, and that's been my idiom ever since. People really don't need to know who did what, just that it got done. Many of the things, the best things I've ever done, you never know about because you don't need to know. She's a long hair domestic. She's a handful. That's why we call her Temperance, trying to negate that. You don't need to know what I've done, the good things that I've done. It wasn't for you. It was for them, the people that I did it for. And I get the side benefit because it's better to give than receive, right? It mattered to them, and it mattered that I did it at all. I'll share two stories with you that are quite interesting. When I was in Bible school, I was known by several as the resource man because I'd randomly just find Temperance. I'm right here, baby. Mom's at the store. That's what you're looking for. I would randomly find things for people that others needed. I gave away an apartment full of furniture once to a newlywed man who just bought his wife to the new apartment and it was unfurnished. 4 years later, I bought a house under land contract for a sixth of the value of the house. So that I think those were related, but that's, I could be wrong. I remember giving away more than one car, and I've had cars given to me. $love interest works. Here's where it gets kind of strange. Sometimes love disappears inside of the bank. The bank gets a deposit. She brought me her toy because she plays fetch with me. The bank gets a deposit, and then you never see it again. But you have to trust the bank manager. There's not been a mistake. Your deposit has been moved to another branch. Oh? I didn't approve that transaction? Oh, well, it happened anyway. That hamburger you bought for that man is on record. It's being held in the tornado account. For when you encounter the tornado 16 years from now, what you don't know is that when you feed that man, you restored his faith in humanity. He went and got a job and now owns a business and is doing quite well. He restores homes. And when he got a hunch to go volunteer after the disaster, he saw you, remembered you, ran up to you, and told you his story of what has happened to him since then. After a bit of crying, he tells you he's going to rebuild your house for free. Everyone cheers, all because of that one hamburger. Well, sure, Polly, like that's ever going to happen. I don't know. Are you doubting the power of the laws of the universe? Don't be like Santa Cruz. Don't underestimate love. That is B7. It's a good book. There's 70 chapters in this book. You never know. You never know what interesting thing will happen to you when you sow. Don't be deceived. God is not mocked. For whatever you sow, therefore you shall reap. You will reap love if you sow love. Given it shall be given unto you, pressed down, shaken together, running over, will men give unto your bosom. It just comes back. It comes back. That's why Yeshua said, those who live by the sword die by the sword. It's reciprocity. Spiritual reciprocity has always worked, and it will always work in the future. And if you don't believe me, start acting as a fool and start being stupid and start, living a dumb life and start seeing what happens to you. You're going to find out pretty quickly that love never fails. All right, that's it. Have a great day. God bless you. Be in peace. Do your best. Pray that it's blessed. Don't be stressed. God will